on my Suzuki, because I cannot fit big tyres with my original stock bull bar. It rubs on the hangers where it comes down and mounts to the frame, so I can't use that. And also this is winch compatible. You can put a winch in this and it will give me a better approach angle as well, rather than that thing because it hangs down so low. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to put some brackets and stuff on here so I can have my spotlights up top, because I like them up top rather than actually in the bull bar, and my illuminators won't fit in the bull bar unless I make new brackets up, and I'm not doing that down here. I'm just going to keep these old lights, have my spotlights on here, and then put a few CB or just radio aerial mounts along the top of it. Now as you can see, I've already taken this spotlight off here. That is over there, but I've got to get this one off next. And the bolts are so they're not rusted on, but they're just really quite seized up. So I'm going to try and undo this one now, and then we'll get to work on the bull bar. They're all removed now. As you can see, these brackets have been bent down to try and fit them in there. So I'm just going to keep them like that because it worked. So this is a steel I will be using for the sporting mounts and everything. So as you can see, I've already chopped bits out of this, and this is what my ones are made out on the Suzuki now. So I'm just going to go over and measure how big they need to be, and then I'll chop bits out and start planning on welding them on. So these are the measurements for the brackets. This bit's the plate where it's all going to sit. It'll sit on there like this, and then these bits will be bent down and a bit cut out, so it'll slip over here, and then there'll be a bit just down there, kind of holding it from flexing that way. So this is the first one. It fits on there pretty right. All those little gaps will get filled with weld, but it's all been kind of blended through and made look nice. It'll sit there, it'll get ground down once it's welded, and then it'll get painted. So here's the two aerial mounts, and I've got these little sort of tabs, I guess. Just gonna weld in there. They're not very big, but they'll stop a bit of flex and another spot to weld to. So they're all finished now. These are the exact same design as it is on my bull bar now, but there's just two of them, so they'll sit in there or on the end. I'm not quite sure yet, but they'll sit like that, drill a hole through it, and then the CB radio will just slot in there. So what I've done with them is I've put a hole in the middle, and I've put a slot there so I can push the wire in and sit it there instead of having to feed it all through. Because it's all up under the dashboard and everything all connected. So that just makes it easier for installing, taking it out. So I've got the holes drilled in them. Now all I've got to do is just tack them on here, make sure they're all straight, make sure the bull bar's all level, and then I'll lay some welds along there, and yep, it won't be coming off then. So they're all on now. I've got both there. I've just got to put my aerial mounts on now. And there we go, all the mounts are on. Not looking too bad, they're all even. Yeah, now we just got to get the bull bar off and put the bottom lights on and swap them over.
burnt out. Love is burnt in the sun.
So I've got a bit of a problem. The mounting holes down the bottom, this one's rusted out, hasn't fallen off, but this one's like snapped off fully. So I'm gonna make up a new bit and then cut that bit off and weld a new bit on. So one of these is stuck inside there and I can't get it out with the screwdriver. So my plan is to drill a hole in it, put the slide hammer in it and then try and pull it out by that way. Just like that, it's out. So it's time to prep my bull bar for paint. So I'm going to rub it all down with sandpaper, put some wax and grease remover on it and then pull the cars out of the shed and paint it in here. So I've just got to wash it down with some wax and grease remover, put some of this on a rag and go around it just to get rid of anything on it that could stuff the paint up. So it's all prepped now, it's just time to paint it. So a day later, this thing's hard as a rock, really looking quite good. So the bull bar's dried now, it's dried for about a day, and the next step is to take my old bar off from the bumper and chuck that one on. So it's all off. There are a few rusty bolts, but it didn't come off too bad. I was thinking I was going to snap some bolts off, but no, came off really well. So where the lights go, there's like two little clips, and they just slide over like that. So here it is. I reckon it looks pretty good. Nice side coverage there, up to the top. These are a bit close. My light's just hit as it comes up, but doesn't hit my antenna, which is pretty good. So now I've just got to wire up all the bottom lights, put the rest of my lights in. Well, I've made it work, but only just. That is not much, but it all opens. Now for the next side. So somehow I've pulled it off. I've made them just fit. Like, don't know how, but they just fit. Yep, it doesn't look too bad either. So that's about it. I finished it. All the lights are on. We just got to wire them up now. Put them into there, and then the bottom ones. CB's already wired up because remember I put that slit in the back. But I'm really happy with that. That about wraps it all up.